emerges from beneath the sand. The instant miracles seem so far away. Across this universe, she lives another day. I know the reason she's here. I know the reason she's so far away. I know the reason she's here. I know the reason she's so far away.
Hindsight is fleeting, oh, and your heart's bleeding, and all you can see is red. Till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then, or what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead. 'Cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you are the one. And I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. 'Cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you are the one. And I can't wait to see you
Hello, hello. Can I be heard? Yes, I am so sorry about that, folks. For some reason, you make an event, which is supposed to be a live stream, and then they don't do it, which is, that's great, you know? Just fucking wonderful. But, I'm just fixing a couple more things here to make sure that everything is all good. It's just great, you know? I love the fact that it's just doesn't want to work, you know? I love it so much. But yeah, so hello guys, how are you doing? Just making sure all the audio levels are good. I'll lower the music down a lot because I need the desktop audio up so you can hear what I'm animating. Exactly, like that. And it's I'm just currently editing some of these stream settings because you know, all that in a day's work with good old Keyframe, making sure that I have all the links that I need to have in the chat, which is mostly just putting my Ko-fi in the description. I'm also on Twitch right now, so hello Twitch people. You guys are troopers. But yeah, I wanted to start doing live streams on YouTube too, and yeah, because with this new computer that I have, I'm able to animate, and also I want to do more with the channel. That's why I've updated the banner and my profile pic, and to do a lot more stuff. And also interact with you guys more, because that's important to me. Because I've been streaming on Twitch, but I know that my big audience is YouTube, so yeah. There we go. Save changes. That's on. Everything seems good now. Oh wait, no, wait for the changes to be saved. Okay, now I can leave. And then just double checking to make sure everything's going smooth on this end. I want to just, yeah, let's do that. And we are good. Okay, so hello, welcome back to the most professional show on YouTube, me. Let me just put up the pop-out chat so I can see you pretty people. And now I have Twitch chat open too.
Zoinks!
Ooh, I heard a zoinks. Silver Marful is now following. Thank you so much. Your keyboard is way too... It's a mechanical keyboard, so of course it's gonna be loud. I'm hacking into the mainframe. But right now, I just need to make, Restreamo is free. Yes, this is, I'll explain what I'm animating right now. I just need to get someone who I can trust to be a mod for the YouTube streams, because I can't watch it. So I'll get 2 people that I know very well, which is you and edX Lover just subscribed. Thank you so much. But there. So Nightfall is our mod here today. So, and yeah, so don't say anything stupid, because they have the right to kick people, and they know what to do, because they have been on my Twitch streams enough to know what I can't stand. But yes, yeah, so let's get to work on what we're going to be doing today. So I have 2 animations that I've been working on. Well, right now it's the rough storyboarding stages. One is reanimating a moment from TF2 Analysis Anarchy, and the other is a Game Grumps animation. And I don't trust Flash while streaming to show both of them at the same time, so we're gonna work on the TF2 one for a little bit, and then we'll switch off to the other thing. Thank you for subscribing, Bradley Mashaw. The only reason I know how to pronounce those last names is because of the channel awesome shit going down, so I'm so sorry. But, so I will play for you guys what I have so far. Turn off the world clock, thank you very much. Let me just mute the music for a little bit. And...
Zoinks!
Ooh, a zoinks! Super Saiyan Pony is following on Twitch, thank you very much. Oh, and if you guys are wondering what's the little wine glass in the corner, if you subscribe or follow or do something, the little wine glass gets filled up. And I made it so the subscriptions and the following is little key potatoes. And then I think something else is my face from the Awkward Cast, and then donations are just coins. But you're filling it up with little key potatoes. Thank you very much. But let's play what I have so far. This is a rough storyboard, so there's not a lot of animation and all that stuff, and things are off model and things like that. Thank you for cheering! I did make a custom picture for that. Oh, one of them just left! Oh no! But yeah, I guess those are bits, I think? But, let's play.
Wow, I'm the smallest pony here, and you're more scared than me?
Why wouldn't I be? Killer robots, mercenaries, explosions, and gunfire everywhere!
This is what I'm working on now.
I die!
Is that explosions and gunfire everywhere.
Oh. So when he said he needed it...
He really meant he needed it. Wow.
Yeah, so that's currently... the current things on the list right now of to do with this one before it's done being rough storyboards, and then I can move on to the cleanup, which involves drawing things a little bit more on model and doing the keyframes, which essentially the rough storyboards have, especially with ANY's character. But it's more clean, less sketchy, and then I can translate that into more rough animation like pencil tests and then inking, coloring, full animation. But the rough boards is just essentially my having fun part. Blue Scale cheered for me. Thank you! Another cheer! Yay! But yeah, on the to-do list is to finish ANY's breakdown, and then I'm gonna have Blissey walking backwards. Thank you for the follow, edX Lover. Walking backwards away, to which you see that's what she's doing here. And then have Blissey's talking with Key. But I did Key first simply because I'm a narcissist. And also doing Blissey's reactions during ANY's breakdown, because right now she's kind of just staring blankly at him.
And gunfire everywhere! We can all die.
But yeah. Let's see what the YouTube chat is saying. That's awesome, Key. I'm trying to be just okay with drawing, so this is awesome. Good lore, Keyframe. You're classic. Oh, Lightning Bliss is in the chat. Where is she? Where is the Blissy Boo? I need to see Blissy. Unless you guys are just commenting about Blissy here. But yeah, point is, your mom gay. Well, you know, maybe she's a man, so if she's gay, she likes dick a lot. Okay, she's not in the chat. Of course! None of my friends wants to see me! I don't have friends! But, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's Katie from the other room. But yeah, so this is what I'm working on right now. Just checking the Twitch chat in the chat. Don't call Lightning Bliss cute. Oh, hey, Sam. Sam's in the Twitch chat. Hello, Sam Lion. He's my cool dude that helps me with the shadow box and cutouts, so I do the designs and he does all the paper crafts and puts up with my bullshit. He's really cool. You guys should follow him on Twitter. It's Sam Outline on Twitter, and he has stuff on like whatever We Love Fine is called now, and Etsy and all that good stuff. He does Voltron and furry stuff, which I want to get into, but I haven't yet. So, Key, your best medic. Thank you. Someone gave me cheers. Torchy C, thank you for 25 bits. And oh, Out of the Ashes donated donated $1.99 saying, I don't have friends either. Anyways, I'm super fat. You know, are you Hi, I'm fat. Okay, that's what it is. You know what, Out of the Ashes? That means there's just more of you to love. Well, here's the thing, Mike. And I guess I'll do this while talking. Sorry, I will check the chat after. This is the problem with not having two screens. I guess I can switch through them on my phone, though. Oh, someone gave me something on Ko-fi. I just saw it on my good old phone. Holy crap, someone sent me $100 on Ko-fi. Thank you, science, you freaking insane man. But yeah, let's get to streaming. I'll put the music back on in the background, softer. But I will check the chat when I can, so don't go too crazy. But yeah, currently I'm doing an in-between to have him go and look at Blissy, so if I can just make I'll insert a blank keyframe here. Just so I can show you guys essentially what I want to do. It's going to turn pressure sensitivity on, thank you very much. Essentially, he's going to... Saving for auto recovery. Cool. Thanks. Thanks, Flash. Love Flash. Oh, geez. Okay, that was not fun. But you know, he's kind of like gunfire everywhere. So he goes from there to there. Let's just, But yeah, so we currently have to finish this part off, so let's turn on onion skinning so I can see everything. And he's red. But yeah, like I was saying before, I had to do a big hiatus on my channel because my computer simply just wouldn't work anything that I wanted to do. Because I want to do more stuff like animations and more highly edited review videos and things of that nature, because that's what I love to do, and it's the reason why I don't call myself a brony reviewer. I'm a content creator of just anything that I want. Oh, thank you for the follow on Twitch, Idiot Gamer 99. Thank you for filling me up with some more keytatoes. because I don't want to be restricted. And I love the Brony fandom, don't get me wrong. You guys gave me my start, and I'm animating a pony thing right now, for God's sake. But, you know, I like to be a more general thing, and that involves I want to up my quality and things that I do. And on my 15-year-old computer, that was just simply impossible. So I had to prioritize and just do stuff for, like, DA games and my work and all my off YouTube stuff. And it did make my channel kind of die a little bit, but I'm glad that I have such a dedicated fan base that follows me on Twitter and all that stuff that keeps me in mind. So it still worked out. But, like, yeah, I want to do more on this channel and do more content and stuff, and that is coming. I have a lot of work to do. But I thought one way to help at least do something that's not low effort, thank you for cheering for me, Blue Scale, is to, you know, do more live streams on here, more audience interaction and stuff like that, because to me that's not low effort content, because you guys are seeing me make high effort content, if that makes any sense. And I was doing that on Twitch, but, you know, I think I only have a few hundred followers on Twitch compared to YouTube where I have a few thousand, so, which is still an insane concept to me that people like me that much to subscribe, and that many, because that's bigger than the population of the town I used to live in. It's such a foreign thing. All of us in Josh Scorcher's and KP's Discord servers are watching you. We love you, Keyframe. Oh, thank you. Don't call her a giraffe. Don't. I mean, I'll laugh, but pfft. Golden Fox is in the other room. Go harass him on Twitter and say, why aren't you watching your girlfriend's stream? Animation sure does look hard. It's tedious. Because at the end of the day, at least with frame by frame, you're just drawing a bunch of pictures, but it's the patience that's an aspect that not a lot of people have. Thank you for following me on Twitch, Pokemon Fan 613. Quick, post dirty stuff. Oh boy. Video Master asked, if Analysis Anarchy was going to do something other than Team Fortress 2, what series would you want to do? Heroes of the Storm, because that has a huge character base. One thing I've always wanted to do was a Brony Smash Brothers video, where basically all these videos end with them getting the little amiibos of their characters, or of a Smash Brothers character, and they get put in and they have the abilities of that Smash Brothers character. It would only be a one-off special, and I just feel like that would be a lot of fun. Or Mario Kart, something silly. What animation software are you using? Adobe Animate. Do you have a Discord? I can join that. I didn't have a Discord, but if people want me to make a Keyframe Discord, tell me on Twitter or in YouTube comments and stuff, because I don't feel like I'm worthy enough for a Discord about me, but if people want that, cool. Yeah, I'm opening up the YouTube chat on my phone, so because that is a very active chat, and I'll read the Twitch chat when I can. But, yes, YouTube app, stop making me watch Markiplier. I mean, I love Marky Moo, but I, kind of want to see my chat. Wow, 48 people are watching right now? That's insane! Okay, now I can see you guys, so keeping an eye on you. But yeah, now I can focus on animation and check chats. So, and I saw that someone on Super Chat said something. Fucking hell. Also, if you guys didn't know, because I don't cuss a lot in my videos, I have a bit of a sailor mouth, so I apologize. Joe G.R.A. says, roar! Right. Oh boy, but yeah, I have a bit of a sailor mouth, so I apologize. So many people. Yeah, here's the thing. On my Twitches, I'm lucky to get 12 people or 20 people. So seeing this is actually really fun. Part of me wonders if we should have Awkward Cast be streamed on YouTube as well. I know ANY would probably never subscribe to that idea. But, I mean, if he uses Restreamo like I'm using right now, you could stream on both Twitch and YouTube. But, you know, the Awkward Cast has a nice intimate thing going on when it comes to Twitch of having our dedicated audience, but all that kind of stuff. Oh, the placement of this little needle thing right here is so weird. Yeah, and the other thing I like about the rough boards is that I can go off model when I want because during cleanup is when you make sure everything is its correct look. I mean, my animation process is probably a lot more tedious than some animators because they probably go straight from storyboarding to keyframing and I do extra cleanup and stuff, but I have to literally relearn Flash right during all this because my old computer could not handle Flash. I tried, but it couldn't. So I know how to do frame-by-frame animation. I know how to animate. I know the principles because I used to animate using Paint Tool Psy in Sony Vegas as like a flip note kind of thing, which, you know, helps you learn. His arms are really skinny in this shot. Let's fix that. But like, okay, so put the anchor point up here, so that way, or maybe put the anchor point right here. But like, Flash has, it's a lesson in learning how to work smarter and not harder. Also, I just realized I don't have my little... See, I put a black guide thing, so that's why it's easier for me to see what's going to get put, what's in the animation and what's not. It's a trick I learned from Oblivion Fall. Yeah, so let's just move down one part of his arm so it literally becomes thicker. And then we'll just add lines over it. But yeah, I'm trying to learn how to work smarter, not harder. So it's like learning tweens, learning how to just, you know, resize things and timing and all that stuff, which when you're doing frame by frame like I am, it is a matter of working smarter, not harder, because not everyone can be a hairy partridge, you know? There we go. So you have to learn that, which I actually really recommend people look at Egoraptor's animations and stuff like that, because when you actually watch it, especially stuff like Polka Awesome, you're seeing that he has little tricks to make it look like you're doing more movement and more frames than you actually are, which I use some of those principles in part of this, at least the storyboard part of his breakdown. Especially here. At the end of the day, I'm animating on 2s, and I think one of the on 2s with a couple 1s as tweens. But if you go like this, it looks like he's going down, but it's all a matter of squash and stretch and anticipation of action. It's essentially just 2 drawings that have been resized, and then I shrink the pupil. It's a little trick, but it gives the impression that you are doing more. And if you watch like TV animations that use Flash and stuff, you can see that they do that too. They have to economize their animation, as it were. So applications for the Anthrocon art show are up. Cool, I hope you submit stuff. This looks really good. I knew Keyframe from TF2 and Dr. Wolf, yes. Keyframe, what is your inspiration? Oh, Keyframe, you're such an inspiration to me, and you brought me so much light back into my life with your positivity and laughs. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. That's really nice of you. I used to have an amino, but then I don't. This looks really good. Thank you. But yeah, so, and even the explosions part, which has the most, let's see if I can make a little looping segment here. There we go. And we'll start it here, and then end it right here.
There's explosions and guns, explosions and guns, explosions.
Yeah, you could see that while it looked, there are definitely more frames than like the other parts because I did a little bit of lip syncing to just so, because this is the most, his breakdown is the most animated part of the entire video, even when it goes to full animation, you know, compared to Blissy's little talking and her reactions and then Keyframe talking. He's the most bodily animated character. I think the only thing that will compete is when Blissy has her walk cycle backwards. But you can see, these are two pictures that I just changed and then resized. Then there's a squish. Then this is just a reuse of two pictures. And then I added his arms going down and getting a little bit closer to the audience. And his head is up during O, and then he's like that. And then pupils are changing size. And when you put that at a faster speed, it has...
There's explosions and guns, there's explosions and guns, there's explosions.
It gives the impression of more movement. And when it gets cleaned up, I'll add a few more frames, but it's, if you're just doing quick little animatics like this stage that I'm doing, because I'm gonna go further and make it a full colored animation. These are a lot of good tricks to use, and they don't even use a lot of tweens. Like these parts right here, these blue frames are tweens. These are actually just manual resizings.
Explosions and gunfire.
So yeah, I feel like this is becoming a tutorial stream, which is, I'm not the authority on that kind of stuff. My friends Oblivion Fall and Maid, who work on DA games with me, they're the bigger authority of these kind of tutorials and stuff. I'm basically rehashing the things that they taught me and or they showed me, and then I'm basically showing you guys me doing it as I go along. I realized that in part of this I forgot his tail. There we go. Because I erased the tail while I was fixing stuff up. This is going to be one of the smaller frames, so we're just going to... explosions and gunfire everywhere. So...
Gunfire!
Okay, so probably he says and, so we're going to insert a frame here so that he still has his mouth closed for a majority of it. Oops. Insert keyframe and have his mouth open up. Turn on onion skinning so I can see where the mouth starts up. You can have the lips curl up a lot, but it's generally a good idea to make sure the mouth stays in relatively the same place. It needs to get bigger. And then his chin has to go down a little bit because he's talking, and when you talk, your chin goes down. And your nose, let's see, okay, and his nose would, I think, go up a tiny bit because his lips curled up a tiny bit. There we go, nothing too drastic. Oops, turn off onion skinning here. Yeah, that works. Just close this gap right here. Let's check the chats. You should too. We could talk more later about it. Sure thing. I mean, I would really like to, because I have a couple furry pieces in the works that I would love to submit. And then we have, let's see what's going on YouTube. How's Golden Fox? I can bring Golden in here in a bit to talk. Pony mouths. Everything you do is a big inspiration to people, and you're such a kind person, so keep up the great work. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. Did someone ask, like, who's your favorite Avenger? Chris Wolfcott asked, what's your favorite Avenger? Here's the thing, if you ask me who's my favorite superhero in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that would be such an easier answer. But, sorry, I'm grabbing my charger. of the proper Avengers, you know, which would be Captain America, Black Widow, Iron Man, the Hulk, Thor, Hawkeye, and then does Scarlet Witch and the other guy count that were in Ultron? Because I think my personal favorite, and Spider-Man doesn't count because I think they literally said he doesn't count. He's an ally. Okay, yes, they count. I like the Scarlet Witch in concept. An animator Keyframe might be interested in is... I love Let Me Explain Studios. I watch their stuff all the time. I love Rebecca Parham. I watch her videos to help with inspiration for posings and stuff because she's interesting that she doesn't use tweens or anything, but her character posing and what she does is just so lively and I love it. I watch a lot of YouTube animators. Sorry, I'm just fixing the battery on my phone, so that way I can see the YouTube chat a lot easier. So let's turn that back here and whoop. Okay, so my favorite Avenger. Let's go with just the original Avengers. I would say Thor, even though I think Thor has had the worst franchise of movies by himself until Thor Ragnarok. The first Thor was okay. Second Thor focused way too much on the humans. And then Thor Ragnarok was just awesome. Because Thor and a lot of the Marvel heroes, except for maybe Iron Man. And then post-Civil War Captain America. I mean, yeah. No, Winter Soldier Captain America was also good. The problem is, because they set this all up after Iron Man 1 to be this giant culmination at the end of everything, a lot of the characters work well when they have someone to bounce off of. And Thor is great bouncing off of people, like how he was in the first Avengers and stuff. But when he doesn't, and if it's just the characters in his kind of mini-verse that he's bouncing off of, except Loki, I just couldn't find it entertaining. But Thor Ragnarok had him pair up with Hulk, which was amazing. And they just added better characters. Loki was a lot more interesting. The villain in Thor Ragnarok, and then just everything about it was just, it was like a better version of Guardians 2, and I like Guardians 2 just fine, but it was the perfect mix of comedy and serious. So I like Thor because I like him as just an Avengers member, and he's probably had the best development out of all the Avengers. The entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's a tie between Star-Lord and Spider-Man. I think those two are just amazing. Chris Pratt's amazing. The guy who plays Spider-Man is amazing. My favorite just character in general of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe is Shuri from Black Panther. She's amazing. I want her to get an iron suit or something, because I feel like, first of all, her and Tony Stark would probably make a great inventing combo, and her and Peter Parker would be best friends! But yeah, back to the in-betweening, so...
Gunfire!
And... Wait, so...
Gunfire!
Okay, so I need to switch these frames, because he's already has his mouth open for and... Working on a fanfic? I mean, I'll read it. I can't promise that I would see it. Hey, Miles, how are you? I haven't seen you in so long. I do know the inverted shadow. Inverted Shadow is a really cool dude. if you just have a phone and a Fire tablet, there's an app called, I think, Flip-a-Clip, and I know a lot of people say, oh, it's a cringe thing, but, you know, if you practice frame by frame and you really care about it, it's a good enough tool for you to at least learn the basics of drawing and all that stuff. I hate when, because, you know what, just because a lot of young people use it because it's all they have, but to me, it doesn't matter what your tools are, as long as you have a way to practice it and get it out, that's great. You just also need to accept that the first things you make are going to suck. What's my favorite song from DA Games? My favorite song from DA Games, I have a three-way tie, because I love a lot of Will's music. Honey Pop's Another Date is one of my favorites. I love, first of all, I think he needs to do more pop, because he's just really good at it. So let's just, I'm going to copy this frame, and then put it right here. Paste. And then I'm going to remove this one. Remove frame.
Gunfire!
Yeah, so explosion.
Gunfire!
Explosions and gunfire everywhere. Explosions. Because this also can count as a s, because his teeth are closed.
Gunfire!
Okay, when does he say and? Okay, so he says and right here. So let's make this another frame. But, what was I saying? Yeah, I love his Honey Pop's Another Date. Left Behind has a personal attachment to me because that was the first time I actually worked with the channel. And then any of the Bendy songs, really. The Bendy songs and the Cuphead song. A lot of his recent stuff is just top-notch work. But yeah, this goes with a question someone recently asked me, which was how did I become part of DA Games? Well, I was a friend with him for a while, through Chris, Aficionados Chris, and they were working on the Left Behind music video, and I was like, hey, I can do some video effects for that. So all that VCR-looking effects that you saw in the video from Will's recorded, that was me doing all the effects on my crappy computer in Sony Vegas. I did a bunch of those effects, and I timed the glitching of the screen to go with the song's things, and yeah, so I did a lot. I did that, and then we were talking more, and I was showing him my art, and he was like, your stuff's good, and then I became his thumbnail artist. And some years later, I am now the main visual artist. I'm doing the artwork for for any albums, posters, shirts, stuff like that, and I supervise the thumbnail artist we have now named Aya, who's a fantastic artist as well. So a lot has changed, but I'm very happy about it because I love working for DA Games. Let's see. Oh, the Scooby-Doo Supernatural crossover. Best thing ever! I loved it. It was that perfect dose of comedy and pureness, and I loved it. And hearing Fred say cancer is amazing.
Explosions and gunfire!
Explosions.
Explosions and gunfire!
Okay, so if I actually make this quick enough, so if I put a frame here, I could actually, let's insert frame, make this a keyframe, copy this frame, and then paste it here. I actually could have this be because there needs to be a switch between here and here. No, okay, that's moving the character. Let's not do that. Okay, I need to make these a little bit bigger. That's something I'm noticing. Welcome to the animation live stream, which is nothing but tedium. And then we're going to make sure the anchor points down here since he's sitting. And then So let's see how this one looks now.
Gunfire! Gunfire! Gunfire!
Okay, first things first, I gotta just let's extend this frame so that way I can at least watch this correctly. Oh god. Insert frame. Why is it doing that? Insert frame. Oh, because this is a keyframe all of on its own. Okay, I see why it's doing that. Insert frame. Remove frames. No. There we go. So let's just... How's life been treating me since I left home? You know, life's up and down. It's not too personal. You know...
Oceans and gunfire everywhere!
Okay, so I just need to extend this so... It goes here.
Everywhere! We got
Okay, perfect. It's not too personal. When my home life was garbage, and it was a good thing that I left home. I had the opportunity of a lifetime thanks to fans like you guys. In the past 3 years, I've grown a lot, and I would not have been able to grow the way I do unless I got out of there. I wouldn't have ever learned forgiveness and stuff like that if I didn't. Since leaving home, in the 3 years that have passed, my mom has gone to Alcoholics Anonymous. She's been sober, she got a job, a better job, and she's been such a better person. And, you know, I got back on civil terms with her and everything, and I got back on talking terms with my dad, which was good. And for people on my YouTube who didn't know or didn't follow my Twitter, last September, my dad passed away, and it was really hard. That was another reason why there wasn't much content on the channel, because I just focused on vending at cons and working and doing what I can. And I'm so happy. And people are going to judge me. That's just inevitable, that people are going to judge me of why did you forgive your parents and why are you still talking to them? We donated to you so you can get out of there and cut them out of your lives forever, but I'm not that type of person. I'm strong enough that I won't ever go back to them, and if that situation, God forbid, ever happened again, I would just not. I would never crawl back to that, to people who say I have Stockholm Syndrome. But people change, and people can fix themselves when they want to, and my mom had that wake-up call, and I'm so proud of her for it, and thank you for the subscription, Francis Valenzola, but like, if I didn't bring them back into my life, I would not have talked to them until my dad died. And I don't think I can live with myself if that was the case. I'm happy that even though it was only like, I think the past year or half a year, I was able to be on good terms with them and talk to them and feel like I had my parents back again. And I'm happy about that. That in what we didn't know was the home stretch of my dad's life, he knew that he had a daughter who loved him. And that now I didn't lose two parents, because now I still have my mom, and that makes things a lot easier. Yeah. And, you know, life put me in directions that I didn't think would happen. Like, I got put waitlisted on the college I wanted, which was, I'm salty still about that, where they were like, oh yeah, your portfolio is great and your grades are amazing, because I was top GPA, honor society, top percentages and SAT and ACT. I'm not stupid. But they were like, oh, you're out of state, so we'll put you on the wait list, and then they never called me back, and it's like, fuck you. And I didn't want to squander things with student loans and shit. I still want to go back to school, or at least get my certifications. That's my current goal right now. But, you know, I taught myself everything I know. I went to improve myself. I was like, this is going to be my job whether I have a degree or not. So let's do this. And that's how I got my work with DA Games, and how I've connected to so many people, how I got in some of my freelancing gigs, how I've worked with people like LC Lovelock and Will and a bunch of people, and extended past the Brony fandom, and I'm happy about that. And that would have never happened if people didn't care about me and let me stay in that home, that toxic environment. I wouldn't be here, like here, alive if I didn't get out of that home. I was at the bottom, as far bottom as you can get. At least in my situation. I know there's people who have it worse, that still have it worse, and my deepest sympathies go to them. I got the chance of a lifetime, and I knew just because things didn't go in the directions that I expected, that didn't mean that I had to squander and just sit on my ass and be like, okay, I give up, time to just live off this money and then beg for the rest of my life, or give up and go work at McDonald's. No, I sat down and I was like, this is what I love to do, and I'm going to do the best I can for it. I'm not going to give up, and I don't care if I have to scrape by my teeth for years. I'm going to do it, because that's what people wanted me to do. They wanted me to be happy and successful, and I wasn't going to let them down just because a college let me down. The biggest fear I have in my life is being a disappointment, and I wasn't going to be that. So, yeah. And you know what? With how my life's gone, I wouldn't change anything in the past 3 years. Besides my dad, I wouldn't change anything. Because I have some of the best friends that I have in the world. I have a good place, a good roof over my head. I'm self-sufficient in my income, financially independent, which I'm so happy about. I have the best fans. I have people like the Abby Rhodey, who's been my friend for a decade. I have A&Y, I have Golden, I have Lightning Bliss and Kichi. I have some of the best friends that I could ever ask for. Sometimes life puts you through a lot of shit, but I have the personal belief that life doesn't put you through things that you can't handle, Even if you feel like you can't handle it, everyone has an inner strength that I think we don't realize until times get tough and we realize what can we do. Because there's so much in life that we don't control, but we control our own actions and our own reactions. And a lot of us buckle under the pressure, and we all buckle at some point. But I feel like we all have a strength of just rising above it. That sometimes it's going to be hard, and when you accept it's going to be hard, but you're still going to do it. That's that strength. The strength of being afraid, but not letting that fear dictate you. That's what I think it is. And I didn't think I had it. I still don't know if I do, but I was given a lot of lucky things in life, and I sure as hell ain't going to scrutinize that. And I have people like you guys to thank for it. Some people don't get things like that in their lives, and I'm thankful that I do.
Silence calls to me from the treetops
Yes, and, you know, I'm sorry this stream went so sentimental, but when people ask me stuff like that, I don't want to just be like, ah, good, GG, thanks, mate, dab. You know, I want to be honest. Because I don't want people to think that I'm not thankful for what I have and how I've grown. Especially since, you know, I don't communicate a lot of stuff in my life, because I do feel like there's a part of the life where there's a line between private and public. Well, Keyframe, I made it despite your directions. Ah, Matthew! I hope you're prepared for an unbelievable live stream. I do listen to classic hard rock and some metal. I think I stopped metal at Metallica. I don't listen to screamo metal. I can never get into that. If you do, good on you. But I'm not that type of person. Okay, so what we're gonna do here to make it easier is that we're gonna draw the key pose of him extending out to be like everywhere. And then we'll just do the frames in between leading to it, so that way I have a better idea of how to animate this. So... Boop. Insert blank keyframe. So... Okay, so we just need to make sure that it starts with everywhere, which I think is like right here. This is the fake it till you make it part, where it's like, okay, let's see where things are when it comes to animation and lip syncing and stuff like that. So everywhere. So let's start with where the head's gonna be, because I want it to go like that. So we're just gonna... And then usually the muzzles are at least near where the halfway point, kind of like when you draw a nose, but bigger. And I'm gonna have it open, so this is just a placeholder. And gunfire everywhere, so here's his chest area, but he's still sitting, so it extends here. And then you have his little calves, or flanks. And then everywhere. So his hooves will be extending out like that. Gunfire everywhere. Have one hoof kind of go a little bit farther. Kind of like he's reaching out for a hug. Oh, I should have animated him hugging Blissey, be like, we can all die! Ashley H donated. Oh, hey, Ashley! Donated $10 through Super Chat. Hey, Key, your story. Oh, wait, I can read it through here. Hey, Key, your story is amazing. Keep being awesome and moving forward. I know we don't talk much, but I'm so proud of what you've accomplished. Thank you, Ashley. That means a lot. And I'm sorry if I sounded choked up or anything, but the thing is, especially coming up, June is always an interesting month for me because that's the month that I moved. And people tend to forget that my life was a whirlwind because I graduated in May, like end of May near Memorial Day. And then June happened and I was getting... Brett's mom helped pay for... Golden Fox's mom helped pay for my plane ticket out here. Because at that point, the donation money didn't process yet, which was interesting. But it was crazy because my mom was in jail and my dad was sick for a long time and he couldn't fathom the thought of me leaving, so I was alone in my house the day that I moved for hours until my cousin picked me up for the airport. It was the best and worst day of my life, and I don't think at that point that I would be right here right now, you know, this many subscribers later and the followers and my job and having new pleasant memories with my mom and dad and all that. I thought everything was just over, that I wouldn't talk to any of them ever again. Because a thing that people need to understand, everyone has that time where they feel hatred in their hearts. No one is pure of that. And that was the closest time that I ever felt hate for someone or something. Because I was just like, why did you do this to me? Why did you do that to your daughter, someone that you love, you know? And you say that it was out of love, and I never understood. I still don't understand. But I came to a realization, I don't know if it was a year later or something, but it was along the lines of, my pen is acting weird. It was along the lines of, what kind of person am I if I let me being hurt dictate my actions towards people? What better person am I if I just hate? Eventually, because all emotions, hate, love, happiness, sadness, they're all powerful and they're all temporary. And for the most part, we decide when we make these emotions start and end. And I didn't want to live with hate in my heart. I didn't want to live angry for the rest of my life like some people wanted me to be. I couldn't process that, of being angry and hateful for my whole life. So yeah, I mean, that's what eventually motivated me to be like, okay, Mom, if you think you can change, if you can fix yourself, if you can go to AA and prove to me that you want to be better, then I will let you back in my life. Of course I had to do tough love, but, you know, at that point when you're dealing with an alcoholic, that's pretty much what you can do. But, yeah, not my place to say. Hello, Top Josh. I see that you made PMVs. Anyway, enough of the sad shit. Dab, memes, steamed hams! I think that's actually a better arm position right there. I'm sorry, so I'm trying to... My pen was just acting really weird for a little bit. The other thing is, so his shield would probably droop if he's leaning over. The hardest part of this entire animation is figuring out shield physics. Honest question, if you had to watch an entire series of classic cartoons on loop, which would you choose? The classic Disney shorts or the Warner Brothers Looney Tunes shorts? Looney Tunes. I love the Disney shorts, but I feel like the Warner Brothers ones were more experimental. Oh, I haven't checked the Twitch chat. I am so sorry. Scrolling. Sam Outlion! Put a pre-order on the shadow boxes. Hooray! You're amazing, Keyframe. If you need to be away from your parents, and even if you valued them, you must really love them after all of what they did. Or despite. Yeah, I mean, I love my parents. I can never... The thing about me is that I could never truly hate them. It's the closest thing I felt to hate. Oh, where are the questions coming from? This is being streamed on Twitch and YouTube, Morpheus. But, yeah, at the end of the day, I think we all feel an intrinsic love for our parents, or an intrinsic care. And I was my dad's caretaker for a long time, too, so that part of me never escaped, as it were. General 5 stars, my dad passed away in September. And, yeah. I know motorcycles. That's my thing. I love motorcycles. I love Harley Davidson stuff. If I could make a... I think I liked Friendship Games for the sheer motorbike part. Hello, Emerald Comet. But, with my dad, you know, I think I barely have memories of when he wasn't sick. I mean, he always had some kind of problem, because he had heart surgery back in, like, 2003, so, and he didn't do much physical therapy, so he was never fully okay, but it was when we lived in Indiana that the sick part started getting in, not just physically not well, you know, like, walking-wise and stuff. But the... You know, I took care of him because Mom was at work, and then Mom's drinking came in. And, you know, I would kind of take care of her, make sure to watch her so she didn't Hendrix up everything, if you catch my drift. It's why I say that I grew up a lot faster than some people, because I had to understand and accept things that I don't think people at that point of age should have. But it made me who I am, and I think my friends like me because I have a much more mature mindset, and I like that I have a much more mature mindset. So I just realized he has an eye patch at this point. So how would that... Yeah, when you turn your head, your eye is covered up by the eye patch. So the audience is just gonna have a black eye. But I guess this is the point where eyebrows have to tell the story. So it will probably go like this. I do not RP unless it's D&D. What is the benefit of having a Ko-fi account? Ko-fi's like a tip jar. So if you want to send someone a tip and you don't want to do the subscription service that Patreon is, you can just give $1, or I guess Ko-fi it's like $3 tip, so it's the average amount of money for a cup of coffee, and you could just give a little tip to the people you like, and it's a nice little thing you can do. It's another form of payment for your favorite creators. I don't know why. I think A and Y looks super adorable with his ears down. It's just so cute! Look how cute he is. I love Blissy's, like, blank face during this entire breakdown, too. Sulfur. Or Slifer. Okay, Slifer. I did see the performance piece you made, Josh. I'm guessing you're center stage, actually. Hey there, Mr. What animators inspire you to storyboard and animate? Like, cartoon-wise, like, growing up, the thing that made me want to be an animator and a cartoonist in general is Hanna-Barbera and Cartoon Network cartoons. Hanna-Barbera, Saturday morning, 1960 stuff, that really graphic, thick-line style. It's so unique, and you don't see that kind of style used anymore, but it's definitely, I think people, if they take a closer look at my work, they can see that I don't draw Disney-ish, and I don't draw MLP-ish, I don't draw Steven Universe-ish. I kind of take a lot of stuff from the older generations of cartoons. At least some elements. The current animators that I watch, that I think help motivate me, are people like Jaded Animations, The Odd Ones Out, Let Me Explain Studios, I love them to bits. Oblivion Fall and stuff like that. Pymations is a big one. I love their work, and I learned a lot of techniques from looking at their stuff and dissecting it. and seeing what to do. Ooh, I noticed that if I have the anticipation of his hair going up, if he's going down, it's going to go down a lot. Because hair is lighter than the rest of your body. Well, actually, I mean, it's lighter in the way that it goes up, and it's a heavier mass going down, so it's separate from your body's mass. I actually do have an animatic on my channel. I have an animatic called Love Like Luna, and the funniest thing about it is that I made that in 2015, 2016. It predicted something in the show that didn't happen until last season. Because it did, you know how in A Royal Problem all the dreams are in dream bubbles? I fucking predicted that in the Love Like Luna animatic. And that makes me so happy. Oh, at some stage would you like to make some non-pony related animated shorts? I actually, between working on this one, I'm working on a Game Grumps animated. And these short little animations are preparation for me animating my bigger series, like Abby and Theo and other sketches that I want to do. These are good learning experiences, because I don't want to do the dumb thing and jump into a big project like, say, a music video, or Abby and Theo, an animated pilot, and not know what I'm doing. I always recommend start with smaller stuff and then grow bigger. Abby and Theo is a series concept that I've had for a few years now that I've been developing, and it's about this man named Theo who lost his mom, and one night he gets into contact. He attempts suicide, and when he's in purgatory, he meets this spirit. And when he wakes up, because it was a failed attempt, the spirit came with him, because he connected to the spirit, and that's Abby. And this is a ghost that doesn't remember anything about her life, her name, or anything. So it's Theo that actually names Abby. He gives her the name because it's like, well, if you're going to live with me, I can't call you Ghost Girl the entire time. And it's just this nice slice of life story that's about two people accepting the past in their lives and moving forward, and they're both at different extremes of being stuck in the past, of Theo's case of he doesn't want to forget and he feels stagnant, and Abby, who doesn't want to remember the past because she feels like, okay, if I remember what I lost then it will hurt, and it's them learning from each other, and it's just a nice story, and I really love the characters. It's a very character-driven show, and it goes into darker territory than a lot of cartoons do without being edgy. And I just, it's something I've been developing for a while. But yeah, so I've been working on the pilot for a long time because I started this concept back when I was super young, like in the freshman year of high school. And you know, your writing skills and everything grow a lot, and I'm glad that I didn't make my original version of the pilot because this was way too exposition heavy. Which I have some elements still there. Theo is a writer, so I do like the idea of him having like little journal segments where you see what he's writing, but that was the beginning and the end of the episode, and I was like, okay, now I kind of want more show don't tell because it's an animation. If I wanted there to be more showing, I would have made it a book or a comic. And, ooh, God, why is ANY's body just acting up? I'm gonna get rid of this arm and then just work on the body proportions. But, like, it was very exposition heavy and stuff. You know, normal high school fare. And It's grown a lot because I've grown a lot, and the characters have grown with me, and learning more about grief and stuff, because I had grief beforehand, because my dad was sick, and a lot of that came from that, like Theo's relationship with his mom, of being her caretaker and stuff back before he moved, was a lot of autobiographical stuff. And I like how the characters have grown, because Theo originally was... I think I've had 3 drafts of Theo's character, and now it's kind of a mix of all of them. And Theo was... I think he was an alcoholic at some point. And then I had also him being kind of an asshole, getting really angry, hairline trigger. Thank you for the super chat of $1.99. Hi, Louis Cruz, or Louise Cruz. I like your profile pic. But yeah, so I like where the series is now, what I've developed. I think it's actually the most solid that it has ever been and will be. And I have a beginning and an end and a middle for it, like knowing what's going to happen to the characters. And I think my other thing that was the driving force of the show getting better as development went on was I made it from a script-driven show to a storyboard-driven show, which I think, because the thing was, I didn't know what storyboard-driven shows were, because everything I watched was script-driven, and I was like, when you're writing a script, you're more inclined to write more words, because you're visualizing everything as words. You're not visualizing them as pictures. And that's why I think the first few drafts were so exposition-heavy. But now I see what... Now I'm drawing them out, and now I see what I want to see, and I make some drawings, come up with ideas, and then I write the script out based off the outline. If you could pick voices for... Actually, the voices are I play Abby, and A and Y plays Theo. And it's not just, oh, why is this German living in America inexplicably? He lives there because, 1, he has American relatives, and 2, he moved there because he thought there would be more opportunity to be a writer if he had a wider audience, which would be an American audience. And his family is actually pretty well off. To give some Abby and Theo behind-the-scenes stuff, Theo currently works with his cousin, Mark, and his cousin Marcus is a very good businessman. He's this very calm, laid-back, neurotic businessman, though, in that he did a lot of, for one thing, he did studio musicians, like he was a studio musician for a while, and then he actually owns labels and is an investor, knows all that smart business stuff, but as his little side thing, the thing he really likes to do, so his main jobs fund his passion, is that he owns a record store in Manhattan. And which is very much based off, thank you for subscribing, William Villarreal, which is very much based off Century Records that used to be in Times Square. And he also designs guitars, like custom guitars on the side and stuff like that. So he basically was like, Theo wants to move to America, so he helps fund it. He helped him get his visa. Marcus is the big brother that Theo never had, kind of thing. And then, so yeah, so Theo kind of has a little bit of immigration kind of thing of not understanding why people find certain things entertaining. You know, the culture kind of thing. But he's lived in New York canonically for about a year, so he knows certain things, but he doesn't know everything kind of thing going on there. When you have a very, I was raised in Brooklyn cousin. And then it's implied Abby is from New York, like her original, this person she used to be is. And I do have that her accent has a tiny twinge of New Yorker in it, and only in certain words that she says, which is like my accent. I am from New York. I have a Northeastern accent. I was raised there, so I was, during the beginning formative years of cognitive talking, was New York. That's why people don't get it when I say I'm from Indiana, because I don't have a Southern or Midwestern accent. But I'm from Long Island, so that means I don't have the thick accent like my family members do, who were raised in Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, stuff like that. But it comes out in certain words that I say, or when I'm angry, which is, I translate to Abby. But Abby's voice is more kind of like my Celestia voice. She talks kind of like this. It's my deeper tone. Except when she talks faster, and I also have it that she's not super quick with her words. Not like she's dumb, but literally when she was in the spirit world, she didn't have a mouth. Her spirit design, which I can actually probably open up, but I can't open it up here. She didn't have a mouth or a throat. So she's still getting used to talking again. And she's not as linguistically capable as Theo is, because Theo's a writer. He can come up with stuff at the top of his head. He's very imaginative. But Theo is a man of few words in the way that he likes to think more in his head and in his writing than he does talking to people. He was already kind of an antisocial before his mom died, so when his mom died, he just stopped talking to like his family and everything. He just kind of became a functional depressive person. But yeah, so, and then I voice Abby. Theo is ANY's voice, but it's less it's less like, hello there, I am the AMI pony. It's more of his like calmer voice, kind of a little bit gruffer, but you can still tell it's him. It's a much calmer, subdued, a little bit sadder voice. And I have that their interactions are very, you know, calm, and I am avoiding the trope of them becoming instantly best friends, because I have it that the first episode, you know, he accepts her into his life. He's not unhappy that she's there. But when you have someone who's neurotic and based his whole life around things being a routine, you know, things are obviously going to be a little bit weird. And, you know, they have a little bit of trouble talking to each other and finding some kind of common ground, because Abby's not really sure who she is, and Theo is kind of shocked. So I actually have it as a cute second episode that the way they connect is, Theo's mom was a cook. She owned a little bed and breakfast on the coast, like up in northern Europe, northern Germany, and she made a lot of her recipes and had it in a little recipe card thing. And Theo used to work at that bread and breakfast before he, you know, went to college and became a writer and moved away. So he knows how to do all the recipes and stuff. Cooking is his hobby. And she finds the recipe cards and she's like, okay, I'm going to, way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Maybe that's also the way to their mouths. And she tries cooking stuff, but all the recipes, for one thing, are in the metric system. Well, not grams, like cups, like things like that. But they're also in German, so there's like there's translation things that go wrong, like pepperoni means just normal peppers, but she thinks it's the meat. And, you know, Theo finds this mess in his kitchen, but, you know, he sees that the only reason why she did it is to try to connect with him, and he knows for himself that he's a hard person to connect with, so he teaches her how to cook some of the stuff, and he's like, you know, I can teach you how to do more. I would rather me teach you than you learn it on your own and make another mess in my kitchen. And that's how they start to find common ground. And that's the general tone for the series most of the time. It's just this nice little slice of life stuff, because and there will be lore about spirits and how the world of that works, because I'm a total sucker for that kind of stuff. But it's also just, you know, nice. And at the end of the day, the ghost part is just a framing thing of two people becoming friends in the face of tragedy. And I think that's a concept, and the grieving process is a concept that's not tackled on in animation nearly as much as it does, or it's only tackled as the Cliff Notes and Spark Note versions. Because we have a lot of depths in animation, but not a lot of how to deal with it. Yeah, I meant to say Northern Europe. I meant to say Northern Germany because Northern Europe is just fish.
Oh, you made a picture for me. Thank you.
You know, with Abby and Theo, I wanted to make the pilot and put it up on my channel so people can get a taste for it and stuff before I do plans like pitching it to a studio or a Kickstarter or something like that. If I wanted it my way, I would like to have it be a Netflix show. Because I think with the fact that they have stuff like BoJack and stuff, I feel like that's the best place for adult, not even adult, just more mature oriented animation. Or if I had it on still as online, I would put it on Verve, so there's some kind of funding towards it. But I'm not going to think about that right now, because the first things first, you gotta make the damn pilot. But I also want to make stuff like little animatics and music videos and stuff before the pilot comes out, so people at least get a taste of the characters. Because at the end of the day, all characters, no matter how you say, are all OCs! But I'm glad that you people sound interested with the concept. That's a good first step. Whoops. Now he just looks like he's doing a hand jab. Yes, that's what I'm doing, Kevin, because with this kind of series, I don't want it to go on forever. Eventually, everything has an end, and it's kind of like the grieving process is that there's eventually an end to things, in that you know, people's lives don't last forever, and pain doesn't last forever. So, stuff like that. Oh my god, ANY's arms are pissing me off! I do like how his body is contorting, though. I do like that. Too bad part of it's going to be covered up by a shield really soon. Can I just give him noodle arms for the rest of this animation? Just like, why? Thank you guys. You guys are all really sweet to me. How many people are here? 42 people. We're keeping a consistent thing. ANY doesn't have arms anymore. He lost them in a tragic art accident. This is great. I'm gonna be in the bathroom for a second, BRB. Hey people, I'm still going to the bathroom, but now I have Golden Fox to watch you people. The chat's right there.
Okay. Well, what's up, everybody? Gotta wait because there's always a stupid delay. Oh, hey, Nightfall. Nothing much. Hey. Oh, hey, Sketchy. Endless nonsense. Grass. Oh, wait.
What?
No, they're everybody's like acknowledging me now. Hello, Bernie Gamer. I'm glad you like my stuff.
I should make myself something to eat for dinner, but all we have is unhealthy stuff in the house.
Yeah, that is a bummer.
But part of me is like, I'm skinny. I could eat one unhealthy meal. But another part of me is like, no, Chrissy, then you're going to be not skinny. Hooray for body image issues!
For how things are going, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I've been writing down plenty of scripts. Couple of which I've already finished writing. I have yet to record some of them, so hopefully I should get myself back in the swing of doing videos. I keep saying that, but then something else happens, and then I don't bother focusing. Yeah. Do you know which A. Huey is? Are you talking about, what is it called? Huey Lewis and the, whatever the band is called, who did that Back to the Future soundtrack? Sketchy, I envy your metabolism. I used to have a high metabolism when I was a kid. Now I've become fat. And the news, that's what it was. Huey Lewis and the news. That's the power of love. Never do that again. When did you start watching MLP? Back in like May of 2011. I've been around for quite a while. I have not seen Ready Player One yet. I've heard some positive reviews, or at least from Rotten Tomatoes. It kind of looks interesting. I like that they referenced the DeLorean and the Iron Giant, but I really don't know if it's any good or not. Like, I would have to take a look. For Season 8, I liked the premiere, but I really did not like the Mod Couple or the Fluttershy episode. I just hope that the next episode becomes better, because I'm kind of on the edge. I feel like an idiot, but who's moving with him? Okay, so for the move, let's see. It's Aeon, Kichi, Jasper, Riley. Yeah, I think those are the ones who are moving. I don't think you left anyone out. Pristine? Yeah, Pristine. Let's see. So, have you watched Black Panther? No, people will not shut up about that. Let's see, you cannot blame me. One of them said Black Panther again.
I love Black Panther. It's a good movie.
Nightfall, I'm thinking about streaming sometime tomorrow. Earlier tomorrow, after I get off work, I have a job interview for a post office.
Which is great.
Yeah, because that makes a lot more money than what I'm making now, and it's in the day. So.
Yeah, but if you guys want to watch a stream in the morning-ish hours that isn't golden, Gaming and Ties with Faye and Y and Crimson Tie. That's going to be on Twitch, on ANY's Twitch, so watch that. I made my... Can you get out of my chair? I kind of have to animate.
Sorry. I think Christine is asking about the move.
It's doing what it's doing.
No, she's asking like who's like moving in which area and such.
Point is, if you want to talk to the chat now, go on to YouTube on the street and type in the chat.
By the way, I'm working on my own TF2 script.
I think people expected that. You're kind of in the videos. Bye. Wait, Brett. Golden.
Yeah?
You want to get KFC or something later?
Sure.
Do you want KFC or another place?
KFC's fine.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
That was behind the scenes work of Keyframe wanting dinner. Hello everyone, I'm back. Quick, Golden, replace ANY's arms with noodles. Kind of already happened. See, the thing is, I've been doing well with my diet and stuff, so I don't want to eat fast food, but I've also, like, because I've gotten skinnier and fitter, my body can eat more calories to lose weight, you know? Especially since I eat very protein-heavy things. Like, I try to incorporate protein into everything I eat. Like this, I usually have eggs in the morning, but I had like one of my protein shake things, which has like 20 grams of protein in it. And then, well, it's not a protein shake, it's a meal replacement shake. Thank you for subscribing, Shadowmane! And then I had... What else did I eat today? Today I ate less than I did yesterday. But I also am having a protein shake right now that is comprised of protein powder, so that's, you know, grams. And then Greek yogurt, which is also really good for you. And even then I only have almond milk in it, so... So I've been doing good with my diet and stuff, and I want to get fit, you know. The whole reason to eat protein is so you can build muscle, because for Eurofurence in August, I am going to be cosplaying as Squirrel Girl, which means I'm going to be walking around in a one piece for most of the days, and I want to look good. Okay, I feel like his hoof bends a little farther here. Kind of looks like his hands are J's. I know, right? She does look like me. I put a picture up on Twitter and A&Y was like, wow, she does kind of look like you. Which is why I'm letting the blue in my hair fade out, because I'm going to re-dye it orangey. So I can, so that way I fit the character cosplay. Because, I mean, this part of my hair is bleached anyway. So, and the back of my hair is red, so having it just fade into an orange color actually is probably the smartest thing than waiting for my hair to completely grow back out, cut out the blue, and then I just have these tiny ass bangs for the rest of my life. Because I do want to re-dye it blue because, well, it's part of my brand now that this part of my hair is blue. Sadly, I'll have to see you at another, give you hugs at a different time schedule because I'm not going to MomoCon. But if you go to BronyCon, you're gonna die. I don't know what he's applying for, dude. What was I gonna say? Do you play any instruments? I used to play clarinet. Fun fact, I was a clarinet player since elementary school, so I was a clarinet player for over a decade. Because I started playing clarinet when I was 7, and then I stopped playing when I was 17. And I played normal clarinet and bass clarinet, which gave me the ability to read tenor sax music. And because our band was also a music composition class, I know how to compose music for any woodwind and also percussion. And I know how to play some percussion instruments, I just never got the time to play them in a band class. And I can read piano music and play piano. Because the way to learn your scales and notes and stuff is through a piano method. And I translate that a lot into my characters. Like, I have it that Theo's family, the Shrifts, they are a very creatively inclined family, so everyone has their main thing that they do. Theo's a writer. Marcus is a musician. Theo's mom was a cook. Stuff like that, and then they all kind of learn bits and pieces off of each other. Every Shrift has to learn how to play an instrument. It's just kind of a family thing. So Theo knows how to play piano and trumpet. Mark is a virtuoso. He knows how to play almost every instrument if you give him one. Theo's mom, she knew piano first. She was the one who taught Theo, and she also plays the violin. Music is a very big part of my life, and so I wanted to make sure it's part of the characters' lives. which also helps with Abby because Abby likes to sing and dance, but she's also that type of person who wants to learn everything, so she teaches herself piano. But I was in choir, theater, and band, so I actually know how to... I know a lot of aspects, and I did a little bit of dancing for a while. Okay, this arm maybe just needs to be smaller because of the distance. Okay, the shoulder would be here. Let's put... No! Anchor point. Anchor point goes here. So let's... And then... This is the fun part when a drawing just doesn't look right. I mean, this is essentially an in-between. So I don't know why I'm caring so much. What are you working on, Key? Oh, you weren't here for the beginning of the stream, Pristine. I have a bunch of little animations I'm working on, and 2 that I'm going to be streaming. I may take a break from this just so I can work on the Game Grumps one, so I have something else to do. To take a break from ANY's fucking arms is, I am reanimating moments from TF2, and the first moments that I'm reanimating, these are just the rough storyboards, mind you. I'm actually going to make them full-fledged animations, this is just the rough boards, is this moment from Hennessy Heresy. So let me mute the music, and I will play what I have so far for the people who are just joining the stream.
Wow, I'm the smallest pony here, and you're more scared than me?
Why wouldn't I be? Killer robots, mercenaries, explosions, and gunfire everywhere! We can all die!
See, when it's actually playing with the music, that pose actually works really well.
Oh. So when he said he needed it...
He really meant he needed it.
Thank you, Skullman Gaming, for $9.99 in the super chat. It was nice meeting you at BabsCon for the staff party with Fiora. See you at BronyCon. Oh, it was nice meeting you too, man. I remember you.
His arms only used for fucking. Yes, those are his fucking arms. Oh, this stream's gonna get demonetized, but that's what super chat's for. But let's take a break from Pones and move on to Grumps. Because the Grump one is actually something I'm excited to work on. I think I started work on the Grump one before the TF2 one. And the TF2 one is a little bit easier, not because it's ponies, because I can draw humans and ponies just fine. With the TF2 Reanimate, I already have something I can base stuff off of and then work on from there. The whole thing of reanimating is to put my own vision to it and make it more moving than just vectors. The Game Grumps one is a pure audio clip that I had full control over. So I will play what I have so far for you guys for the Game Grumps with Brent. I am using Adobe Animate, Pristine. So we're going to play this. This is about their manager, Brent.
So I can confirm that it is, every time we get logged out, it is fucking Brent.
It is Brent.
It's Brent from his apartment.
It's our own manager fucking up our show that he manages from a distance.
And he's like arguing. He's like, why are you recording on a Saturday?
Yeah, just
like, why are you using my account?
And then it goes on, and I haven't animated
like
that
that's
part
his
before
fucking
that part yet.
excuse? Why are you recording on a
This is gonna be
Saturday?
Danny as the judge.
Because we're filming a fucking YouTube Red show
Another
5 days a week. You know that because you negotiated our contracts. Ass hair. All right, we're back. We're fucking back.
But yeah, so this is what I'm working on right now. Currently, my main thing is Danny, because I already boarded Aaron's stuff for this, but I didn't do Danny because he reacts less. Which is why he disappears, because I was doing the character turning around and looking. And then after that, I have to clean up the part right here where it's
arguing. He's like, why are you recording on a Saturday?
Because the thing is, I looked at the movements for Phoenix Wright, and apparently it's only the mouths that move. But, you know, that's why I made him have a little bounce. Because he's going to be Edgeworth. So I got to do a little bit there. And also just change this to have his arms and everything. Even though this is the rough storyboards, I want to make sure the bodies have a little bit of build on them. So I have something literally to build off of. And, you know, I'm still working out the general style that I'm going to go for. Like, the closest thing to the style of the humans is Brent right here. So they will have noses, and they're built like my normal characters. But, you know, I have parts where I kind of want it to stay as this little grumpy look. And the essential stuff that is going to be is that Aaron has a very square face, Danny has the oblong circle. But for storyboarding purposes, I usually keep the nose as lines and simplify everything down just so it's faster to draw. So yeah, I have all that going on. Bye, Emerald. Go to bed. But, yeah, so this is the new thing we're going to be working on now, and I'm probably going to start by working on Danny right here, because I love Dan. So let's put the music back on a little bit and get back to work. How is the Twitch chat doing? How easy is storyboarding? Not. But yeah, part of me, at least with dinner stuff, is just like, it shouldn't be bad to have one junk foody meal a day, because if you take care of yourself, and after this live stream's over, I'm gonna work out a little bit. Your body needs calories to expend for energy purposes, so I overthink about it, because as people can tell by looking at pictures and stuff of me, I've lost a lot of weight. I've lost, at this point, must be 60 pounds since last year's March. And because of that, I'm always fearful that the weight will come back just because I have a couple days where I eat a lot of food. And I already have body image issues. I think it's called dysmorphia, where what I see in the mirror is not what other people see. I am someone who's recovered from an eating disorder of overeating and binge eating and all this stuff, and the stress was the reason my weight got put on and kept on for so long. And I never want to go back to that, but it imbues me with this fear of not eating what I want and trying to, and it's good to focus on eating healthy, but it makes me overthink, which is the hardest part. Oh, I think it's because I think Danny actually has a cut in one of his eyebrows. But it's the eyebrow that's over here. So I don't... So I keep forgetting to draw it unless I'm doing the cleanup work.
So I can confirm that it is...
Yeah, okay, the reason why I added a keyframe here is because I want him to ease into a different body pose. But let's just extend this, so work smarter, not harder. And use elements from this frame. And we're going to probably move the keyframe right here. Make the anchor point down here, because that's where he's sitting, that's where his butt is, and then turn this down a little bit. And then I'm gonna have his arms relax a little bit, relax down, so we're going to just turn. And then we're going to just pick stuff up from there. So I have it that his shoulders will slump, and so his elbows will slump as a result. So that means this goes down here, and his hair has just a gentle kind of swoop down here as well. Have the body position. Turn on onion skinning to make it a little bit easier. With body, we're going to have it turn just a little bit more with using the little tears in the front of his shirt to just signify where he is. And then clean up parts right here. I want it just so the thumbs are appearing from here to show how much his arms are slacked down. See, at least with this part, this is the part where the rough boarding really looks like rough boarding, because having to flesh out the humans is a lot different. So we're going to make sure that the body has a little bit of a bend here because they're sitting. If you have the body be straight while they're sitting, then it kind of looks like they're just standing, so you gotta make sure there's a bend. And that's there. My smoothing is, I think, 40. The thing is, I don't focus on the smoothing right now when I'm just doing general storyboarding, but the smoothing actually is an important thing when you get to the actual animation process. Okay, we're gonna have the arm move a little bit this way. There we go. And then chest piece. This is body. Body's just man, that doesn't look right. Trial and error is the best part again of playing things. Yeah, so you know what? Okay, so we have onion skinning on, so we can just draw the new frame. Move the arm a little bit more because his body position is a little bit more turned than that. Ah! Come here, you. And then let's just do that again, but here, using the elbow as an anchor point. There we go. And then the body is turned like this, so. And the arm would be right here, but since this is the elbow, so it's gonna probably extend out like that. And then there's the game controller down here. So it's like he put his arms down a little bit. These are just a compilations of songs from this YouTube streaming friendly playlist channel. I'm probably gonna have him lean into Aaron a little bit. So let's make the anchor point right here where his chest ends. And tilt him a little bit. So that way I can put a real little arc in his back.
Firm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's the reason why. Because the other thing is that you can hear him say,
Firm.
Oh, yeah.
That it
yeah,
is
oh
every
yeah, and when he's going to be in the yeah position, which I'll probably draw out, he's going to be rolling his eyes, which means his head will extend up, look a little bit more towards the audience, and then his eyes are going to roll like, oh, yeah. And his body is going to go back into motion again, which will make him lean back, and that's when he's going to probably have a position where he's going to be leaning more against... Let's clear the frame. Because now I'm just doing this as a visual aid for you guys, more so than anything. Yeah, clear frames. More so he's going to be like... fuck. Let's do remove frames.
every time you log it is
Yeah, let's just... But yeah, he's more like... Then he's going to probably... Need one thing, side view. Wait, why is it on this? Yeah. Right here. And it'll be more as a side view, and his back will probably be... Because, you know, Danny's the laid back one. So his thing will probably be more that he's leaning back against the couch. You'll see more of his legs right here. And his head will probably be looking up a bit more. I'll just... You know, kind of like that. So it's more like that. So really what I'm doing right now is just anticipation for his bigger movement. And then at the end when he's like, it's fucking Brent, he's going to look to the audience and be like, yeah. What drew me to Game Grumps? Probably just, I loved Ego Raptor, and I've been watching since John was on the show. I prefer the Danny era myself, and I don't know, I just like their conversations and charisma and stuff like that, so... It is just, it just fits my fancy. And when I found this clip, I was just listening to one of their best of 2017 thing that Sazbear made, and I don't know, unlike other clips, which there's plenty of clips about in the show that I adore, this one just spoke to me, and also, like, is this on? Oh, this is on the couch layer, okay. Hello, couch. Let's just erase this, thank you. It just spoke to me, and I looked it up, and no one's animated this moment. I'm like, yes, it's my time to shine.
I do not know who Memphis Belle is.
And this is another thing where the rough sizing, like, I will make Aaron, I mean, Danny in the beginning looks like he's the same size. Also, Aaron's kind of leaning a bit forward, so I'll be doing a lot of fixing and cleanup with this one, but I'm fine with that.
So I can confirm
Oh, yeah.
that
Oh, yeah.
that it confirm
Oh, yeah.
that it is every time we get logged out, it is fucking Brent.
It is.
So I can confirm
Oh, yeah.
that it is every time we get logged out, it is fucking Brent.
It is Brent.
It's Brent from his apartment.
It's our own manager. Fuck.
Oh yeah, you can see this because the frame goes on forever at this point now, because it's a great thing about keyframes now, isn't it? So let's just... There we go. This moment's, I think, from their robot golf game rooms versus. But I'm going to just switch between moments here simply because I think you guys saw in TF2, I tend to bounce. So.
Yeah, just fuck.
So let's clean up Aaron a little bit. The great thing about animation is that this, especially working on this storyboard, it's taught me to become a lot looser with drawing the bodies and stuff. Because you always, when you're working on still art, you're so focused on structure. And this is, you know, essentially a thing of you make up the structure as you go along, and it's really therapeutic. Really helps me with doing stuff like the characters bending and everything.
fuck? Like, we couldn't. Why are you using my account?
I love this. Just like the fact he doesn't have pupils at this point.
What the fuck? Like, we couldn't. Why are you using my account?
That's the one pointing towards the audience, and the thumb is on the other side. Okay. Give him crab claws. With my big meaty claws! I mean, it's easier for me to see the YouTube chat, but I also check the Twitch chat from time to time, so... Obviously the hands don't need to look good at this stage. I can fix them later, but I suffer from perfectionism. And this is an Edgeworth without reference, because I know he has more details and stuff, but...
I don't know. What are your thoughts on constructive criticism?
I mean, if you actually have ways to say, like, hey, maybe you can do this better, here's how you do it, that's the kind of constructive criticism I like, but, you know. Things that are actually constructive and help and aren't just, this looks bad. I don't know what constructive criticism you can give on rough storyboards when they're meant to not look that great and it's just for getting the idea down and be timing purposes, but, you know. Aaron's face! Oh my lord.
Yeah, just fuck! Like, we couldn't.
Why are you using my account?
I know that, Christine, but still, I'm just kind of like, you know... For me, this stage is when I'm more critical of myself, because I can see the things I need to fix. I just want to get the idea down so I'm not spending an hour on one frame. Just because it happens at an art college doesn't mean it's great. Gonna do a little bit of a...
Just fuck! Like, we couldn't.
Why are you using my account?
Oops. The projects I have to make, well, first is finishing this and the TF2 animated. Then I just have a bunch of other projects like reviews and covers and other things.
Far
I want something of his. Oh god, no. I wanted something on him to shake. Maybe it would make more sense if his whole body shaked a little bit. Because the arm thing, the hand-eye thing I was doing was looking more like he was doing the Italian, like, escusi thing. My name is Keyframe! How did you not think I was into animation? Whoops, I moved the whole frame again. Animate. Can you... Okay, now I can just copy these frames. Oops. Ah. Okay, insert keyframe here. And we're going to do copy frames, paste frames, insert keyframe here. Ah. I gotta figure out the keyboard shortcuts.
What the fuck? Like,
Move frame. Goes back into the neutral position.
what the fuck? Like, we couldn't. Why are you using my?
Hello, Vam! Love your work. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm probably going to end the stream soon simply because I've been... OBS, tell me how long I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours and I need to get dinner and take a break and stuff. I'll probably animate more off stream and of course I have other work to do, DA game stuff and things. I'm also going to be recording some voiceover for Speed Paint that I will release tomorrow. Hopefully, if I record it tonight and render it, I can put it up for my patrons early and then post it up tomorrow afternoon, if not tomorrow early evening. But I had a lot of fun streaming, and it was good to talk to the chat. Hopefully, next time I can start earlier in the day so I can have a much more longer running stream. It's already 7 o'clock, and I tend to wind down in the evenings nowadays. And I still gotta do my workout and all that stuff. But yeah, thank you all for your participation in the stream. I would guess that YouTube actually is a nice place to stream, to interact with you guys, so hopefully you guys would like to see more live streams from me. I won't be having them as unfinished as YouTube videos up on my channel, mind you. But yeah, if you guys want me to stream more, on YouTube, I guess I will, because this was really nice. And you know, streaming on YouTube and Twitch is good. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for your super chat donations, your subscriptions, your everything. Look how full that glass on the screen is. There's so many key-tatoes and coins in there. Thank you all so much. And hopefully the next time that you guys see, I'll probably be still working on the boards for Game Grumps and TF2, and we can do more with it. So you guys will be check out these streams to see these processes. Okay, bye-bye!